It's funny how I always seem to do these impressions or these, sorry, vlog videos when I'm wearing this shirt, isn't it? I think almost all my impressions do, except for that one video I had on the game. I had my Spark shirt on. Yeah, it's just a little weird. Anyway, hello one, hello all, I am Master Monsters bringing you another first impressions, this time on HetaOni. Now, I'm gonna make a updated impressions video after I beat the game. I'm just doing it now because I'm kind of bored and I kind of raged at the game, not because it's bad, but because I got stuck at something. I mean, I took like 20 minutes trying to find this one item called trying to find the tools. At least I think you need the tools. I'm honestly a bit confused. Anyway, so far my impressions of the game are mostly positive, but there are some negatives in there every now and then. But there is still some negatives that hold it back from being the great game everyone's talking about, at least for now. The game is fun, which is weird because every aspect of the game, well, some parts of the game seems very poorly made, but, and I don't mean that to sound random, I'm just saying it sounds more, some parts of the game feels a bit beginner. Trust me, because I have actually done stuff like that in my very, very old fail games. But all in all, it was a good game. First off, the story. I've essentially read most of the story and fan videos, and it's probably a lot of fanfic on it. Apparently, there's a lot of weird fanfic. I'm not sure if it was any good or bad, where people like to stick in other characters who weren't in HetaOni or HetaOni into it. They kind of add some fun. Like I think I saw one comic that had Switzerland and Liechtenstein. One comic that, excuse me, that had Korea and Austria fighting together. But the game only has about 8 characters, or actually 9. The Axis plus Prussia and the Allied powers, which are essentially the 4 main characters. I mean, the 2 main groups. So there are other groups like the Nordics, Baltics, Slavics, etc. Sorry. Just kind of feel like I have to do that every 30 minutes. Anyway. My main issue currently is how they overplay the monster, or how they use the monster. I think his name is either Steve or Tony. One, he isn't scary looking at all. Seriously, look up a picture of HetaOni, Tony, or Steve. It's one of those. I hear people call him both things. But I think the canonical term is Steve. Or the canonical name. He does not look scary at all. He's basically this giant alien. And I realized it was like this in HetaOni, but in HetaOni he looked like a giant ogre, which is kind of scary looking. But in this game he looks like a giant, sort of CG, yeah, sorry, CG looking alien. That looks laughable. Not to mention the battle system this game uses is kind of like is talk and tie or take and tie. So we have a giant head right here, and there's a giant head with the neck that constantly just boom. That just constantly slides from left to right to attack you, and it looks really bad. And not to mention that he's really easy. I level grinded off him for about an hour to the point where just Japan and Prussia could like kill Steve in maybe like 3 turns. And then when you get Italy and Germany on our team, good lord, it's easy to kill Steve at that point. Well, let's assume so. Anyway, all the enemies is this one enemy named Steve. And granted he gets stronger and stronger as the plot progresses, but it just gets boring. I mean, you can have a load of enemies in a mansion-like setting, and haunted man, or not, it's not really haunted. I don't know, the story's got time travel, and time travel stories are usually bad. Because they usually fill in a lot of plot holes, or time holes. But they usually have a lot of plot holes. I'm not sure what this one has. Again, this is just a first impression. Whoops, I dropped the remote. But this is just some first impressions. I'll do more impression videos as I beat the game, or as I get further in the game. And just so you know, this is just going to be the negative section. I'm going to get to the positives after all my negatives. But yeah, the battle system looks very laughable. And not... It's still satisfying, though. I don't know why, but it's still satisfying, but... Not so satisfying, just still satisfying. Even if it's not very good looking. But the game isn't based off battles. It's, more story-based and battle-based, so that's forgivable. Next up, the faces. My main issue with the faces, I mean, Italy has a great face, and some people might wonder why I bring up face sets in these videos, but I think face sets really make a game. I mean, not make a game, but really add to it. That may sound weird, but when the face sets have a really low quality, it makes it hard for me to care. Again, that's a very weird complaint, but I make that every time I play a fan game. For example, I said that was like the only good thing with Final Fantasy VI was the good faces. Seriously, I hate that game with a passion. But yeah, Italy has a good face set. Prussia's face set is really weird. It's very blocky, or not blocky. It's like a giant diamond. It's like a diamond. My main issue with the face sets are they're not consistent. Germany and Japan have like a shoulder up kind of face set, while Italy just has a close up face set. Same with Prussia. I haven't got to the Allies part yet, and I don't like the lack of consistency. That's a weird complaint to make, but as I try to be as consistent, I like being consistent as possible. So things that those kind of errors will kind of bug me. Next up, I might have to split this in two parts because when it gets around 15 minutes in, it stops. Anyway, the other part I didn't really like, I don't think, is that the game has a lot of walking around and clicking on stuff. So I think it could have worked better as a point-and-click adventure game than an RPG. I know it's trying to be based off HetaOni, but that would probably be my main complaint with HetaOni too. I've never played HetaOni. 1 second. So yeah, I never played HetaOni, but I'll probably my main complaint with that too. Oh, my next part is that the game is... This sounds like a really weird complaint if out of context, but... It's too funny. It's not too funny as in it made me laugh my ass off constantly, but it's too funny for me to take it seriously. You buy stuff in the toilet. Crap. Sorry, froze for a second. You buy stuff in the toilet, and there's a lot of weird yaoi references. Those made me unable to take the game seriously when I want to take it seriously. And this is probably my last complaint. But I really do not like how they overplay the monster. I think I said this already. Oh wait, never mind. That wasn't it, but I'm just saying, he's kind of easy to beat. Yeah, he kills you in cutscenes. I think that's a TV trope, actually. I mean, that's actually on TV tropes somewhere. But anyway, my last complaint is that it has way too much trial and error. Again, why I think it would have been better as a point-and-click adventure game, because there you can have stuff like, I don't know, it's just like pulling a lever down kills you instantly. There's a lot of stuff like that riddled through the game. My last complaint before I end this part off is the map is small and yet it's hard to know where to go. Anyway, bye guys, have a great day. I'm going to upload part 2 right now.